Hey everyone, it's Aaron here from Push Square with a collection of new games heading to PS5 in April 2025, so let's see what's in store. Croc Legend of the Gobbos is first up, launching on April 2nd on PS4 and 5. This is a remaster of the 1997 platforming classic. It looks like it's going to be quite the nostalgia kick for some gamers out there that maybe played this on the PS1. You've got varying environments with sharper visuals, smoother and more modern controls, and even something called the Crocopedia, which is filled with dev interviews, soundtracks, notes on the game design and more. I would love to see more behind the scenes stuff like this in remasters, sort of like what we've got with the cut levels in the Last of Us Part 2 Remastered release. But anyway, this is a great re-release after a number of delays if you're into your retro platformers. Our next entry is a PSVR 2 game called Wanderer: The Fragments of Fate. This is sort of a remake, but on a pretty huge scale with new mechanics, levels, areas, all sorts. Wanderer is a time-traveling adventure where you're trying to complete platforming puzzles or combat encounters, and you're doing so by bringing weapons and tools from different time periods. It looks very playful, it's supposedly utilising a lot of cool PSVR 2 tech. I'm intrigued, and if you are too, it's launching on the 3rd of April. Next up, we've got Blue Prince, a game that describes itself as a genre-bending, atmospheric, architectural adventure, but really this is sort of like a roguelike escape room game. You're exploring this manor filled with 45 ever-shifting rooms on the hunt for the elusive 46th. The gameplay trailer is intriguing, but doesn't really give too much away. It looks like you'll be examining rooms, upgrading things, discovering items that may unlock new passageways. It's got some low-key Gone Home vibes, but it seems like there will be a lot more to it mechanically speaking. It's got a real nice art style too, so yeah, I'm very curious about this one. It's dropping on PS5 April 10th, and it's launching on PS Plus Extra that very same day. Also releasing April 10th is Promise Mascot Agency, a quirky little game where a disgraced Yakuza lieutenant is exiled to a cursed Japanese town and tasked with turning a failed mascot agency into a profitable enterprise. Whilst turning around the business, Michi, the main character, must also unravel the mystery surrounding his very own exile. This is the latest from the developer of Paradise Killer. It's just packed full of charm from the look of things. It's a very unique take on the management genre, I suppose. Kaizen Gameworks itself is labelling it as an open world mascot management crime drama. Yeah, there's a lot to pack into this experience when it heads to PS5 April 10. Lost Records Bloomin' Rage Tape 2 drops this month, concluding the two-parter 90s mystery from the original Life is Strange developers Don't Nod. In Lost Records, you play as Swan, an anxious teen spending an unforgettable summer with her friends in the mid-90s. It revels in the iconography of the time whilst also being a really vibey game. But of course, something nefarious is afoot as we cut back and forth with the adult version of Swan and her friends worrying over a box that alludes to their summer together, and of course all is not well. Tape 1 was a real slow burn setup, and I think a lot of this story's success will depend on how things are wrapped up in the second tape, which I'm very curious to check out. This one launches on PS5 April 15th. You can check out my review for the first tape in the meantime. And just a reminder, this one is also a day one inclusion for PS Plus Extra and Premium subscribers. April 17th will see the launch of the former Xbox exclusive Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. This is a first-person adventure from Machine Games, the people behind the iconic Wolfenstein series. It's been out on Xbox and PC since December last year, but now PS5 is getting a bit of that indie action. I wasn't all sold on the first person thing for indie. I know that's what Machine Games does best, but for the indie franchise, I don't know, maybe I was just thinking too much about Uncharted, but I do love a good treasure hunting adventure. This one will also be PS5 Pro enhanced, so I'm keen to see how that performs, and if you pre-order the deluxe edition, you can play it 2 days early on April 15th. Fatal Fury City of Wolves is an old school fighting series from the glory days of 90s arcades. It's been a full 26 years since the last entry in this series, but it's now on PS4 and 5 as of April 24th. This is a revamped fighter that hopes to capture the epic 90s tone, all with some more modern aspects like seasons and battle passes. It's kicking things off with 22 fighters, some of which will be familiar faces to those that have actually played the series back in the day, with new DLC fighters coming with each season, like Cristiano Ronaldo, which, you know, okay, sure, bit random. It's also got some kind of RPG mode to it, along with couch co-op, rollback netcode for online play, and even AI rivals to face off against too. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a very cool looking new action RPG from Sandfall Interactive, a brand new studio. This is set in a Belle Epoque France with a sort of steampunk aesthetic in some aspects and wildly fantastical aesthetic in others, where the ominous paintress paints a new lower number each year, with anyone that age dying. So you are in Expedition 33 in the hope to take the paintress down before you are painted out of existence. This is a very interesting game actually. It's heavy on the story, it's got this hybrid sort of turn-based combat with real-time counters and dodges, and it looked phenomenal. I played a preview of the game on PC, which you can check out, I'll link it somewhere, and more than anything I was struck by the storytelling chops of this game. I loved how dark and serious it could get, so I'll definitely be checking it out when it launches on PS5, April 25th. Pretty unceremoniously announced during a State of Play, Days Gone Remastered is the PS5 revamp of this infamous PS4 exclusive. It's a zombie apocalypse set in the Midwestern woodlands where you play biker Deacon St. John. You'll be riding around on your motorcycle, taking down hordes of zombies and trying to hunt for your wife, who you last saw with a mysterious government organisation. This is one of these games where some people think it's alright, some people will defend it to the death. Personally, from what I've played it's quite fun. I really like the hardest difficulty with all the HUD turned off because it was a pretty game back then. It'll be even prettier now on PS5, and it's actually coming with a new arcade horde mode, which will be cool considering its impressively intense crowd horde system. Very technical terms there. Anyway, it's launching on PS5 April 25th. And we're rounding off the month with one of the big Xbox franchises making its way to PS5. We've got Forza Horizon 5, which is the arcade racer set in Mexico this time around. You're going to level up, you're going to gain credits, you're going to buy more cars, fancier cars, and you can do all of that with your friends too. This series has become a great casual racer. It's already looking fantastic on the Series X, so you know it'll be a looker on PS5, and even more so on the PS5 Pro since it's an enhanced game. Personally speaking, maybe this is a little bit biased, but I did prefer the setting of Britain in Forza Horizon 4, but the setting of Mexico is still gorgeous, with gravelly volcanoes to scale, lush rainforests to splash through, and golden beaches to tear up. If you're looking for a fun racer to play with your friends, then you can check out Forza Horizon 5 on PS5 April 29th. So there are 10 games heading to PS5 this month. Let me know which of these you plan to play down in the comments below, and while you're there, remember to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. But anyway, until next time, I've been Aaron and this has been Push Square.